Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of AM and the PM with Amanda and Mark. How you doing this fine evening, Amanda?
I'm good.
It's good. It's good to hear.
Mm-hmm. It's my birthday.
I mean, it's not, but
Tomorrow's my birthday.
yeah, but we already covered that.
Yeah. Well,
So, back to the future here.
my ankle keeps cracking like nonstop.
Don't do that. Yeah,
Nonstop.
don't move it. Just
Every time I move
chop
my
it off.
ankle, it just cracks. It used to be really bad when we would record on our phones
yeah.
because we would just be like sitting there and I would be like moving, and every time I move, my ankle cracks.
Yeah.
This morning, when I worked out, I haven't done like a intenser workout in a little bit. My body kept cracking.
An intense ankle workout.
Intenser workout.
Intenser.
So today we have
Somebody's having a dance party outside.
there's like some music going on. We have a bunch of questions. I found some questions just to ask each other. I thought that would be fun.
Mhm.
There's also some really weird questions on here that I just feel like one was like, when do you feel the most positive about me, or like in a relationship? Just weird
Mhm.
But oh, but like I had this idea because I was thinking about some basic stuff that I thought would be fun to ask each other. I definitely feel like we've asked each other this before on here, but I don't know, it's just fun. Like what's my favorite color?
Purple.
No,
What? It's not pink.
I know it seems like it's purple because for whatever reason I decided to make everything.
Blue.
Yeah, I wrote that on the website. Remember, my favorite color is blue.
Mm-mm. No,
No.
I don't.
It always has been under fun facts on amandasinspiration.com. I have fun facts about me. It says my favorite color is blue. For whatever reason, I decided to make the whole website purple. Just what I saw in my head. Purple. And for whatever reason, my whole bedroom used to be purple. But I actually like blue.
Weird.
I like to wear blue. My car is blue.
Hmm.
I know
Okay.
your favorite color is red and black
Mm-hmm.
too.
Yes.
is what is your favorite? What's my favorite food? I don't think I even know that. That's like a hard question. Like, how are you supposed to pick one food?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's too hard.
Mm-mm.
We like all kinds of food.
Mm-hmm.
We like Chipotle. We like cheese fries. We like pizza. We like chicken sandwiches. I like hoagies. Like, I can't pick one food. Sorry.
Yeah. Can't.
Okay. Into the good stuff here.
I don't know what these questions are.
This website has over 100 questions. I'm like, it's too many. What was the very first thing you thought about me?
I hate these types of questions. What does that even mean?
Like, when we met. Like, dude, Mark doesn't even fucking remember meeting me, so. Like, do you remember the day we met?
At a hockey rink, Cranberry. I mean,
Do you remember what you thought about me?
we definitely already said this before. No, I don't. I don't know. I think,
You don't remember?
what?
You don't remember what you thought about me? Well,
You were a girl.
Oh my god.
What do you mean? You were a girl that I had spoken to via text, I think.
No, we never spoke. Shannon B told you about me from a long. Maybe I know. The first thing you thought about me was that I was hot. Because Shannon B told you about me before I even met you. Like, apparently you knew who I was for a long time before I even met you. Do you remember that?
A little bit. This is like ancient history. Like ancient.
Oh my god. I tell Mark I like could tell Mark like detailed stories about like my past relationships. Like I remember and like not because I like obviously like still like the person or whatever, but just cuz like I remember like I just remember so much. Like I could remember like detailed stories of like stuff in high school and like Mark does not remember.
I don't
You're
have
not
the
going to remember like our kids'
I don't have
childhood.
the capacity for this for in my head.
You don't remember? Okay. Well, I do remember that it was only like the third like we it was like very early on. And I was on for whatever reason we used to sit on the bench with the smelly fucking hockey players. Um and I was sitting on the bench and Mark like grabbed my ass. Do you remember that? He grabbed my ass and like smiled at me. And I was like, whoa. Okay.
Rapey. It sounds rapey.
He like grabbed my butt like on the bench. And I was like, whoa. Okay.
First day?
It was very early on. It was before we were officially dating, obviously, and that was only 11 days. So I was into it.
I was into it. Yeah.
The first thing I thought about Mark was like, oh my God, I just got out of a relationship. Okay. Like, it was like an 8-month relationship, but you know, I thought I was going to like fucking marry this guy or whatever. And it was funny because I spoke to Mark about it, and Mark's like, I would never say that. I'm like, okay. And then like 2 months later, like a month later, Mark's like, I love you. I want to marry you. I'm like, okay. But I just got a relationship, so it was like really weird for me because like I knew they were trying to set us up, but like he was just so attractive and like sweaty.
What the fuck?
Like he was just, and he was like the best player on the team, and it was just like I was like, oh my God, like what? Wait, I'll ask you. This is my own question. I just made it. When did you know?
What the fuck? What do you mean?
When did you know that?
How long?
Like, when did you know?
How long did you plan on doing this? That's SpongeBob.
I would ask you, when did you know that you loved me? When did you know that you loved me, but you probably don't remember? He barely remembered the story of telling me he loved me, so. I was gonna, when did you know, like, when we were, like, I think we've talked about this multiple times, when we were, like, dating for the 11 short days.
Yeah, we've definitely talked about this before. I don't know. I can only speculate on who I was 5 years ago.
It has not been 5 years yet. Stop going.
Close. I don't. Do you want me to just retell the story, like my perspective of this?
I feel like I should just I feel like I need to just answer these for you because you don't remember and I do. But go ahead.
Well, I don't think that you understand the perspective that I had.
Okay.
I don't think you understand it, and I don't know if we've ever talked about it.
I think
I'm sure we have talked about it before, but it's you have your version of it, and obviously the reality is the same, but and even at the time, I would probably say like we would have thought the same way. But me thinking back on who I was then, I look at myself and I'm like, I think this is the type of person that I was. This is a hard thing for me to explain. Looking back at my less mature self, which was still very mature for the age, I think that I was I had a relationship that was like 2.5 years, and then I had like other small like little relationships or whatever. And at that point, how old was I? Was I in college?
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
you were 20.
I wanted to not be dating anymore. Like we talked about this.
Oh yeah, because you wanted a relationship.
I mean, like I wanted a relationship. Like I was never the person.
You wanted to date to.
I was done.
You wanted to date to marry.
I was like a 20-year-old that was like, I guess a 30-year-old now in fucking days. Like just wants to be done. Like, I want to get this part of my life,
Mm-hmm.
you know, locked up. And that's by no means saying that like, oh, the next person that came into my life, you know, that was it. You know, that's a wrap. But it was serendipity. It was beautifully timed, right? You know, I can't talk about these types of things without like thinking of like in a broader sense, because I don't know what the fuck I was thinking back then, really. Like,
Well,
I was much more mature than I was for
you
my age.
told me
Than at my
that,
age.
and we talked about like our morals and stuff, and they all matched up. And I think, I feel like that's kind of when we knew, like, you know, it could work.
Right.
And we were just like really, we were just like really attracted to each other, like from the start.
I've got a good question for you.
Oh,
A really good question for you.
okay.
Do you think that I am the only person in the world that you could be with for the rest of your life?
What?
Yeah, it's a weird question, right? Yeah, I told you it was a good one. I'm gonna try to explain something to you. Like, do you think that everybody only has like one person? I think there's multiple ways to answer this.
I would like to hope so, but I don't know. I mean, I think when there's times when people die and then they find people like are in love and then the other person dies and then they do find someone else. But I think I think about this all the time, actually. Like, you are very, very unique. Okay. Like, nobody is like you. Like, nobody's going to think like you. Like, I actually think about this. I'm like getting emotional.
What do you mean?
I think about the I actually haven't thought about this in a while, but like after losing my grandparents, I think like you just think about like other people, like, you know, dying sometimes. And I would think about if Mark were to die. Like, I don't know why. Like, and I've even like pictured your funeral in my head. Like, I remember picturing my grandma's funeral in my head before she died. It was crazy. I don't know why I picture people's funerals in my head.
Psycho.
I will say I've never pictured Mo's funeral.
What the fuck?
I picture a lot of people's funerals in my head. I don't know. I think, anyways, I don't know if that's weird. I feel like it's kind of normal. I feel like it's kind of normal to think about people dying because, like, it's just a scary thing. But I think about, like, literally, like, no one could be you, you know? Like, you're just, you know? So.
I mean, I think everybody's unique. But, okay, so back to the actual question there, though. The reason that I say that, okay, it's like a hard conversation, I think, to have, like, with your significant other, because, like, but hopefully, like, as people that are comfortable with one another and mature, like, you can have a conversation. I've only been in relationships with, like, less than 5 people in the world, right? Less than 5 women in the world. And how many are there? 4 billion?
Yeah.
So the point that I'm trying to make is not that I'm going to try to find the other fucking person or like another person, right? You're my person. But what I'm saying is when you're young and like when you're ready to, you know, be like, you know, basically like kind of settle down in a sense, which for me was way fucking earlier, I guess, than most people. Like, I had it in my mind. Like, I don't think you had it in your mind, but like I had it in my mind. It's like,
yes, I did.
You were ready to find somebody to like marry.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna marry my ex-boyfriend.
Well,
Dodged
great
a
then.
bullet.
Well, I'm not saying
Dodged a bullet.
I'm not saying we didn't have things in common. Obviously, we had a bunch of shit in common, morals, all sorts of stuff. I'm just saying that, like, at the time, there's no. This is why looking in the past and having conversations is just so difficult for me, because I don't know how the fuck I was back then, and there's no way that I could have possibly seen then now.
Mm-hmm.
Or now, then, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that as a 20-year-old I can be like, okay, yeah, like, this girl's great. You know, she's attractive. She's smart. She's loving. She's caring, compassionate. There's no way that I could have realized that we were going to be sitting in, like, these chairs now. I'm so happy. Well, I understand. But what I'm saying is I'm so happy with how we've gotten here. But, like, you know, looking back on it, it's like, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing then. Like, and I feel like I'm always going to look back and feel like that. 5 years from now, I'm going to be like, what the fuck was I doing at 25? But like each time, it was like kind of your phone. Yeah. Hasn't done that in a while, but yeah.
Well, I usually put it on airplane mode, but I wanted to have the questions up.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree. I love to think back. I don't know why.
That's a.
We had I just like to.
I'm not a backwards person.
I love thinking about how I know you're not a backwards person, and I just like thinking about how we fell in love.
Yeah.
And I just.
I don't know the answer to that question.
I wish
is really what I'm getting at.
What the fuck was even the question?
No, I'm saying that like how we fell in love. Like I don't know how that happens. Here's what I'm saying.
No,
here's what I'm saying. I know
would.
that I said I was we said we were in love that early, but I don't I do not feel the same way. I know that I don't feel the same way now that I did then. I know that it's much deeper.
But you literally were crying and you told me you loved me, and I wish you
right. And I don't know
why.
That's cool, and I'm glad that it's all worked out, and I did feel like that at the time. But what I'm saying is our relationship now, or our feelings, our literal interpersonal relationship now is much different than back then. Mm-hmm. There's so much more that has built upon it, right? And so many things that we've done, and so many experiences we've had, fucking podcast, all this stuff. So it's just a different. It's like I don't even know how to categorize that. Because if you look at that on the surface, that doesn't make any fucking sense. How the fuck could I possibly say that or feel like that early? I mean, I guess you could just say that it was a premonition that it's going to work out, but I don't. Maybe I'm just too logical to have this discussion. I hope that answers your question. That I don't even remember what the question was. Can you tilt that microphone down for me there? Solid.
I'm trying to look. Okay, some of these questions are just bad.
Did you study for this episode, ma'am?
The questions are so bad. There's 100 of them. Okay, we're gonna read the bad ones just because I can't. When was the last time you thought about me in a positive way?
Probably the worst thing that I've ever heard. I read that one.
You should always think of your significant other in a positive way.
Well, I'm not gonna say always because sometimes you can do it. But when was the last time? It should be pretty recently. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in a little fight, we don't. I always used to say Mark doesn't call it fighting. Disagreement. We usually talk it out, and sometimes I kind of feel bad I do this, but sometimes I get off the phone with him. I gotta go. I gotta go, and I put the phone down.
That's a good question. That's a good topic to talk about. I'm pretty bad on the phone.
And then
I don't give a fuck. I'm normally doing something.
Do you hear that?
It's probably an airplane. Yeah. Most of the time out for everyone. Most of the sounds probably don't get picked up by the microphone. So if you can hear it and it's not that loud, it's probably all right.
And then, anyways, so I get off the phone with him. Sometimes he just makes me angry on the phone. So I'm I gotta go by, and then I literally call him.
Just did that.
I give myself a minute. Sometimes I'm mad at him when I'm just mad at the situation. So I call him back, and then we have a logical discussion, and then I usually feel better after. So
nice.
He always makes me feel better.
Yeah.
I used to say you were my therapist because he would. You're who I talk to about stuff.
I'm licensed. In the territory of Puerto Rico. Just kidding.
Okay, go ahead. What do you mean you're bad on the phone?
I just think that a lot of times we have discussions on the phone that I'm not fully present for. It's I'm trying to do something, and you got the stereotypical thing where you're just talking about your day or something like that.
You just sent me that TikTok.
What was that?
You just sent me that TikTok of that guy talking to his girlfriend on the phone. Is
Yeah.
that how you feel?
I mean, not all the time. But I got to be honest. There's the thing. It's do you want I think it's I don't think we've ever said it, but we've heard it before. Like, do you want comfort or do you want solutions?
You say that to me all the time.
Do I say that all the time?
Yeah.
I don't think I say it that much. But that is the thing. It's like if you say comfort, like it's like, oh yeah, oh man, yeah, yeah. It's like I don't like having that conversation.
Do you want to complain about it or do you want logic?
Yeah. Right.
And
like when I'm in the logic or the solutions mode, I'm like,
sometimes
I'm going.
Sometimes a girl just needs to complain.
I don't like that, but I understand that. Yes.
But the logic makes me feel better.
Yeah. It's a true paradox.
What is your favorite thing that I do for you?
I mean, in the future, my laundry.
Well, I just sent you a Snapchat of me today
you
saying
have problems with that, yeah.
every time I try to do my laundry, it like fucks up. Although that washer and dryer that my mom has, I'm pretty sure she's had for like ever, so it still works really well.
Yeah, interesting.
I'm like excited to get a washer and dryer, my very own. I've always kind of wanted the ones that have the circle thing. Circle. Can you open it? Okay.
You mean the circle door?
Oh, what's my favorite thing you do for me? Everything.
Oh.
You This sounds like selfish. Not like selfish, but you know what I mean. It sounds like that you buy me things, but like it's not that you like, you know, just buy me random things. Like you buy me things that I need.
Yeah, I just
and you bought me like a random fucking. You always buy me the new like Apple gadgets. That's cool for my phone.
That was serendipity as well. I saw that and I was like, yeah, this is kind of cool. AirTag.
What is it? AirTag.
AirTag. Yeah.
Explain what it is. People might not know.
It's a little circle. It's a tile, like the brand Tile, but like you put it on like your keys or some shit, and then you can track your keys with, you know, the thing. But it's from Apple, so it's like on the Find My network. So if you have friends or other iPhone devices, it's like all in that same app, and it's way better ultimately because Apple has the network. So basically, it's like if that thing gets lost somewhere, then like it can ping any other Apple device.
Oh.
Instead of having to rely on, like, if you had a tile, then that tile has to ping other tiles.
The tile only worked for like a year and then it was
and
dead.
it breaks. This thing has actually a removable battery.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I didn't realize that the old tiles
and
sucked
like
that.
I have been working on trying to figure out stuff for myself first before I ask other people, but Mark is very helpful when I need help. He always drops everything to help me. So.
Yep.
I think I don't see it right now, but there was one that was like, what do you think is your best physical feature? Like you have yourself.
I kind of like my jaw. Was fat before, but it's gotten nicer.
Mm-hmm. The first thing I thought of were my eyes.
Yeah, I would agree. Mm-hmm.
Your jaw. I never really thought of that. What do you think?
What do you mean?
What do you think is my best physical feature?
Your eyes. Or your big honker toes.
Yeah, I have honker toes. I have honker toes. I used to be a size 8 shoe. My mom and I would always share shoes. It was really nice. And then about 2 years ago, I started to have to wear a size 9. And now size 9 is starting to feel a little snug. And I think I might be a 9.5. These Adidas that I typically wear are completely fine. But What?
Reading questions while trying to answer a question.
No, I think my phone just told me that Donnie's on Instagram.
All right, that was weird.
My
Oh,
phone
we're going there. Yeah, we're going there.
my phone just told me that my great aunt
Maybe she is. Maybe it's an imposter.
is on Instagram. Yeah,
Wow.
Donna Simpkins.
What up, Don?
Her name is
What up,
Simmy
Donnie?
Bears.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry about that. my
Sorry you had to see that.
my great aunt who is like she listens to the show. I apologize, Aunt Tawny. I don't remember your exact age. But she is like 70 something.
Nice.
So she's on Instagram. That's great.
Tremendous.
That's pretty cool. I really need to ask her about that. Her name is maybe I shouldn't have said her name on it. It's private, I think. It's okay. What was I saying?
I
Oh,
don't know.
my honker toes, which I actually talked to my Aunt Donnie about, and she told me I needed to go to the foot doctor.
To
And
get your foot chopped off.
my
or your
mom
toes chopped
my
off.
mom told me that it was silly, but I still think I should go to the foot doctor. But I'm so tired of going to doctors. I'm not going to the foot doctor right now.
Mhm.
So my one toe is like curved, and then my other one is like a regular toe sticking straight up. So the one toe is just really, really long, and the other one is curved to the left. And I don't know why my feet are continuing to grow. I'm about to be 24 tomorrow, so that's a little concerning. Okay. Which of your parents are you most like?
I don't know. I guess my mother. I mean, I could go on a tangent about this.
No.
No? All right.
I mean, you're not really like either of them. It's just like, which one are you most like?
Yeah, I could go on a tangent that doesn't really answer the question.
I know. My mom. This one was weird. Do you like kissing or hugging more? I thought that was weird.
Yeah, I don't. That's a strange question. Why would you? I don't. Who wrote these? I don't.
Do you ever get jealous if you see me talking to other attractive people?
All the time. Kill them. No.
Oh. What do you think we need to work on most in our relationship? I know. You need to give me more tasks.
Mm-hmm. Big time. Big time.
I think that'll get easier once we move out, though, because we'll be in the same place. So you can just be like, yo, Amanda, I need help with
this, bitch.
I need help with this. I need you to do this. And
yeah, I
And
think that
that'll
it will be physically easier. I think that I need to get better at doing it though, because even
we've talked about this a lot of times.
I just need to get continuously better at delegation, be a better, leader, and us together. We just need to get better at it because that's how you grow. I mean, you can't do everything yourself, and you have to realize that. And I'm starting to realize that. Obviously, I can't do everything, but it starts with the two of us. So we got to be able to, kind of just get that going, and then we can continue moving out to other people and all that sort of stuff. But I'm excited for that. But yeah, I would say that's probably. I mean, that's honestly probably the biggest thing. I think that our relationship is so strong, like personally, on the personal side of things, that I'm not saying we're perfect, but like professionally is where we're gonna need to be strong in a way that we don't know how to be strong yet, in a sense, because we just haven't done it. But I think caring for each other, doing things for each other that are this, that, or the other thing, listening to each other, communicating, all that sort of stuff. I think is definitely above average.
Yes, I agree.
Mm.
These questions. Yeah, I think us doing this together has made us even stronger, and I'm just excited for our future, for when we move out.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be so much fun.
Yep.
You know, when I'm not doing your laundry and, you know, cooking dinner. That's fucking funny. That's funny. I can't. I tried to cook chicken once and it was like scary.
Get there.
Too many oils. It was like popping at me. I think it's so interesting. Stuff you can like just pop in the air fryer. Like I'm so excited for the air fryer. Like you can also cook chicken in the oven and like pop it in the air fryer. And no, I think TikTok is gonna save my life. There are so many recipes on TikTok. But I see in the past I've tried to cook and I feel like I've always failed. But like I was a kid, you know, like I'm a grown adult now. I got this. It was mostly baking. Like for some reason I can't bake. Like even if it has the directions on a box, like, I can't bake. But to be honest, I haven't tried much. So.
Yeah.
And your mom makes the brownies anyway, so I don't need to make them.
Yep.
This question said, "Do you believe that I love you?"
No.
When did you know you wanted to kiss me?
I don't even. What the fuck is this for? Third
Okay,
graders?
Goodbye. I saw one that was like, "What is your favorite song?"
One? Just one? Like I don't.
Well, what's your favorite? Do you have like a number one favorite song right now? I don't even remember. I'd have to go look at my favorites.
Every Day by Logic.
That's your favorite song forever.
I work hard every motherfucking day.
Oh shit, I don't have an answer like that. My one favorite song ever.
Forever.
I'm a big Taylor Swift girl. I don't know. I love Taylor. I cannot pick one song like forever. Like I could maybe pick like my favorite song right now, but like no. That's a really hard question. I feel like under pressure. Under pressure.
Under Pressure by Logic.
No, I was just saying that. I feel under pressure. What was your favorite movie as a child? Your first favorite movie as a child. If you can't think of a child one, you can say now.
I don't know, dude.
I showed Mark Halloween Town, and he thought it was fucking weird.
That was a real weird movie.
It's a classic.
Mm-mm.
He has all these movies he wants me to watch, too, and I feel like he just thinks the same way. It's like Halloween Town.
Clock Stoppers.
He wanted to watch that the other day. Why am my noggin's not working?
Or Motocrossed.
My favorite movie as a child.
I'm going to have to watch this by myself.
The Parent Trap is like a really good movie. That's definitely one of my favorites. And Mark has not seen it.
Never seen it.
My favorite movie as a child. I'd say The Parent Trap is up there. I loved like the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Thank you very much. The plane is gone.
Do you like that movie? I think I tried to watch it.
We serve at the 5 the cookies. That's my favorite character. What's his name? Can't remember.
I feel like there's definitely more. What was my first favorite movie?
Giorgio.
Grease.
That was it.
The first time Mark and I ever watched that, he fell asleep.
Yep.
So this question was also
Sucks.
kind of, do you ever picture having grandchildren? Like, yeah,
We get there.
like, duh. I mean,
That's not even on the radar, though.
unless my kids like don't want to have kids, I don't know. But I mean, I picture it, yeah. Who was your favorite teacher when you were a child?
I don't know. I hated them all. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Didn't hate them all, but I don't remember them.
One was, did you like high school or college better?
Nah.
Neither. I didn't finish
That's
college.
actually a tough one. No, I probably high school probably because I just hate college. But college was cool because it was like freedom. But when you really look at college, it's probably like the dumbest fucking thing that you could do.
Yeah.
I feel very strongly about this, and I don't mean for anybody. We could have a whole conversation about that. We're not going to have about that right now. What do we got?
What's the accomplishment you are most proud
Is this a trick question?
of? You quitting your job and
To this point,
running
yeah,
businesses
100%.
for yourself.
Best decision I've ever made. Not just becoming an entrepreneur, but because just doing things, doing whatever I wanted to do, purpose, trying to find fulfillment rather than just rotting away. How about you?
Probably the exercising. For like over a year now. I would say that's probably number one, but then the second one would probably be getting my CDA.
Yep. Few more. What do we got?
There's a really bad one. That was, which of your personality traits do you wish you could change? None.
No.
None.
None.
I mean, maybe I'd work on like speaking better, but like that's not a personality trait, is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I saw a good one. I thought.
Diamond in the
Which
rough.
of your parents did you go to when you wanted to talk?
Mom, I guess. I don't know.
What do you think about couples who own a business together
Wow.
and spend all their time together?
Wow. That's actually a good one. I don't think that those two things are like have to be this,
Yeah, I think you could still get your own personal space when
yeah,
you need
I
it.
think that that's important. We've talked about that before. Okay, so break it down. Couples that own their own business together. I think that's pretty cool, I do think that we've said this before. If you're completely separated from your partner and you don't do anything, like you don't have something regular that you are doing together, whether that's a business or a hobby or something like that, I think you're kind of asking for a little bit of trouble because you can't just go to work and then come home and just like eat dinner and then be. I'm not going to say it doesn't work, but I just think that you'd be stronger if you had something that kind of pulled you together a little bit more. But by the same token, I do not think that you could stay. I don't think that we could even be together 24/7, like all the time. Just do like we could be in the same place, but like I got to be doing my sort of stuff. You got to be like doing your type of workouts. Like we've already seen that in certain areas. Like you and me working out together, like doing those types of things, it just doesn't really work. But you doing those things is fantastic for you. So. And similarly with other stuff, like you don't really, obviously you're not going to be like a hockey player probably. So, but like there are couples that play hockey together. Works for them, cool. But it might not have other things, right? They might not have podcasts, they might not have this, that going on. So I think a healthy balance is good. And I think that's how you get the furthest. That's actually a good one. What's next?
If you can see into the future, what would you want to know?
It's actually, honestly, this is my hot take on this answer. I think I'd want to know when I was going to die. Because, hear me out, because I'm already trying to get to that point where I live like, like I don't have any that I like every day is kind of my last in a sense. There's a lot of people that just go through the motions and they don't think about that at all. I think about that quite often, actually, not like when I'm going to die or how I'm going to die or anything, but I think about like, there's a chance I could die tomorrow. And that's why I get so pissed the fuck off when I'm doing things that I don't like to do. And like literally feel like they're sucking the soul out of me because I don't know how much time I have left. So like if I knew that I was going to die like, 20, 30, 40 years or whatever, then I could be like, okay, I know this is how much time I have. Like there's no question about it. So I'm like, and anytime somebody said to me, because it's hard to rationalize, this is probably a weird answer to this question, but like, it's hard for me to tell certain people like you're gonna die because everybody just thinks, oh well, you don't know when you're gonna die, and it's probably gonna be later in your life. But what if it's not? And that's like some people might think that is morbid to think about, but I just think it's realistic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to know when I'm going to die, but I definitely think I should think of it like that more often, like live each day.
Because people fuck that up. They think that because you think every day is like your last, that you're not gonna like go to work, or you're not gonna make enough money, or you're gonna be like fucking poor or something. That's not how it fucking works. Like you could easily do shit. I just sent out a tweet the other day. Like there is too many fucking ways to make money that you should spend a minute doing shit that you don't like to do. There's too many things.
I would want to know that our kids are healthy.
That was going to be my second thing was, just like make sure that the thing with that though is the only thing with that is there's nothing you can do. What would you, if
Maybe
let's say
prepare yourself.
Yeah, but what are you going to do? Just not, I mean, you could not, like, I was thinking like, okay, this thing is going to make me do something. But if you knew that your kids weren't going to be healthy, would you just not have kids? If I knew that my kids were going to be unhealthy and like, we're going to have a terrible zero quality of life, I don't know if I'd have kids. If I knew it for certain.
Well, there's a lot of times the doctor tells you to get an abortion because
that's ultimately your decision as
there's
well.
a lot of times that the doctor tells you to get an abortion because when your child is born, they're like not going to live, and then they keep the child and their kid's completely fine when they give birth. So it's
I don't think they know everything, but it's funny though cuz you just sent me something the other day that said, my initial thought with that though was just a TikTok about for context, TikTok that's, the kids said they weren't going to have any chance of survival or whatever, and now they're, just doing fine or whatever. My thought with that though was that let's say that the kid has like maybe in realist, like nobody really knows. Let's say that there's like a decent chance that there's going to be something wrong with the kid. Do you think that the doctor would say there's less, so like they have less expectations? Does that make sense?
What do you mean?
Like if there's like a 60% chance that the kid's going to be okay, that they would say, I don't know, there's not really a good chance. And so like I don't fucking know. I was thinking like the parents, because that doesn't make any sense to me, how like somebody could literally say there's like no chance and then the kid's fine. Or not fine.
I don't know if the kid is fine. The kid might have, something going on, but I mean, like he survived and he's happy. So,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's just.
What else we got? Are you at the end of the list? What number are you on?
I actually am, but.
Gesundheit. She's dying from sneezing.
Okay. Well, there was one that was interesting. I don't have siblings, but it said, how did your siblings shape who you
Siblings.
are?
How did your siblings? I mean, I would argue that I'm older, so I don't really know how that exactly.
Oh, you think you shaped her?
No, honestly, no. I mean, I think we have a good
Well, you made
I think we have
her-
a good relationship.
She's very athletic because of you.
Oh, yeah, I am very proud of that. You're right. Yes. Yep. Wiffle ball in the yard has given my sister a great arm, and now my arm is like broken.
The back of my right leg is like in pain.
Okay, maybe we should wrap it up then. Get you to the ER.
This is like, it was like, I don't know what's happened. It's like itchy.
Ew. It's nasty. Maybe even eczema.
I
Slap some peas on that.
do
Frozen
have
peas.
eczema. I don't know. I think something's always going on with me, guys. Like I
Yeah.
don't know what's happening.
She's a
But
train
one
wreck.
more question.
Final
What
question.
Things about me make you know I am the one for you.
Shit. I think this goes back to the other part. I don't caring. You actually care. Support, I think, is a big one. A lot of people are not supportive, like even family, to things. You know what I really hate, which is related to this? People that aren't supportive, but it's not like they're not supportive. It's that they are judgmental. But the reason they're judgmental is because the facade that they put up is they're trying to like protect you, or because they think they know better than you, when they don't. And I'm not saying that's not always the case, right? But when any time that I approach a situation, and again, we talked about this, I think, a couple weeks ago, like on the parenting thing, I am not going to talk to my kids like I'm the fucking know-all, be-all, end-all, fucking
Yeah.
be-all thing. Like, there's certain things that are pretty black and white, but there's like 99% of things in life that are gray. I don't have all the fucking answers, you know? Much like when I'm telling somebody how to, like, you know, start a business or something, or this, that, or the other thing that I've done in the past. I am not saying this is the only way. I'm saying this is how I did it. It worked. I'm going to tell you how I did it. Okay, if you want to do this, then perfect. If you don't want to do it this way, then do it another way. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm just
kind
trying
of confused how you got on this tangent.
about the business thing. What did you started?
You
started
said
by
I supported you.
yeah. I'm saying that there's a lot of people out there, even in my life, that they're judgmental, and they criticize like ideas or things or whatever, because they think that whatever they have done, like, it's worked for them, so it's the only way, or they don't understand. They can't get new ideas into their mind. They think there's not new ways to do things or new ways to make money or this, that, or the other thing. So what I'm saying is that I've never really gotten that from you. You are quite supportive. Maybe initially with some of this shit, you're like, what do you mean? But it was like a question. What do you mean? Can you explain that to me? Not like, no, it's not going to work. So I greatly appreciate that, because you need that, because you don't get a lot of that as somebody who's trying to do shit that, you know, is new or something, or just, you know, things that go a little bit against the status quo. So I greatly appreciate that. And if we're still talking about like now, I mean, I don't know, it's just commitment. You know, never once have I thought like
My leg just like twitched.
yeah, I twitch sometimes. Commitment, I think, is a big one. Never once have I ever thought like, I think it's a two-way street though. It's like trust and jealousy. Like, you know, like you don't not you, but like, you know, as a couple, if you don't have those things like heavily in there, and it could be bad if you don't have a lot of trust and like you have a lot of jealousy or whatever. So I think like commitment was never something that I ever, you know, we never have had a problem with. I don't know. Those are some of the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
What say you?
I
hate that phrase, by the way. I don't know why I said that.
What?
What say you?
What's that even mean?
Like, what is your opinion? What do you have to say
I've
on this?
never heard that. He's always coming up with weird fucking phrases on the podcast. Never off the air.
Didn't come up with it.
He just says it on the air. As I'm thinking. You're, like I said, you're very helpful and kind, and I like how you talk as much as me, if not more than me.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how we talk about everything and anything, and we talk things out. Not many people like to listen to me go on and on about things, but you do.
Mm-hmm.
And you're very supportive,
Mm-hmm.
and you help me do things.
I have another one. Keep going.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say we pee a lot. Like we both pee a lot. That's not like something that I love. I was just like a random thing. But actually though, this is a serious one. I like how we are serious, but we're also funny. You know, like
Yeah.
but we're not bitches. Like we're not bitches in the sense of like, oh, we can't talk about this. Like we can't talk about that or whatever. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know? It's like I like how we are mature and we're intellectual like on certain topics and stuff like that, but at the same time we can be like funny and like idiots or whatever at times, and the topics of the discussions that we have we can talk about stupid shit, people like like ooey stuff or whatever, like this, that, or the other thing, but it's in like there's no dead zones, like there's like I'm sure
Yeah.
I'm sure people don't talk about like like digestive shit that we talk about and this, that, and the other thing.
Oh
Like,
my God.
it's like,
Wait.
what the fuck are you not going to talk about
I
this shit for?
listened to this podcast. It's called Bad Friends. It's this girl. I think her name is like Corey Gabriella or whatever. She's like real famous on TikTok. She's a mom.
Yeah.
That has a daughter named Willow. Anyways, just
Mm-hmm.
if anyone has ever seen her, her and her friend were talking on the podcast about how they do not have their significant others fart in front of them. And the one girl, I think, she has a boyfriend of like a bunch of years and they live together, and he does not fart in front of her. And I'm just like, how do you?
What do you do?
I
Do you not
understand.
fart? I mean,
I understand if it's going to be like stinky and you don't want them to smell them, so you go into the next room. But it's like, how do you live with someone and not fart in front of each other? Like, are you just going to hold that in forever? Like, that can cause some issues.
I mean, yeah, digestive issues. No, I just feel that you do you. Like, if that's what you guys want to do, like whoever that is. But like, but what I'm saying is like, I don't understand how that's like even a full relationship. I know it's silly. It sounds silly. But if you
you're
can't do
living
that
together.
sort of shit, like if you can't do like such like basic little stupid things like that, and you like either get offended by those types of things or whatever, it's like, why? Like this is a person that you're gonna live the rest of your fucking life with.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like shit in people's faces. Okay, I'm just saying
No,
like,
I'm just like
you have to be fully open and committed in a relationship. It's your whole fucking heart, your whole body, like your whole soul or whatever, and you give it to the person. Like what? Like that's such a stupid thing.
Yeah, I get
to
if
cut
it's
it
like
off right there.
smelly and you go into the next room, but I don't see why you can't like fart in front of each other. Like that's just weird to me. I don't know. But I was going to say, yeah, we've had some really tough conversations, but I think it's good to have tough conversations and it always comes out good in the end.
Yeah.
And it makes you closer together as a couple.
That's it.
So that's it, guys. See you next week.
Ta-ta. No, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed these questions.
I apologize. Some of these questions were very weird. Just weird.
Just weird. Yeah, I don't know. No, I thought there was a lot of them. That were really good.
They were kind of questions I wouldn't have thought of myself, or you don't really think about. So
yeah, so good stuff though. As always, guys, thank you. Trying to do more stuff. I always say this at the end of these episodes. It's because I feel guilty about the stuff that I'm not doing for this brand, but it's coming. There's more coming. We're not going to stop talking anytime soon.
Need to feel guilty.
I do though. Because, like, I have so many ideas. Like, I want us to get more merchandise or, like, market the thing more. I want us to make clips. We're not doing any of that. And I want us to do listener support. So as we continue to build up an audience, people can, pay for either, like, exclusive content or this, that, or the other thing. I got a lot of ideas. I just don't have the time to execute on them.
But we have
time. Hopefully,
You
yeah.
say you don't have this is something you say all the time.
I don't have
You
the time.
don't have the time. We have years and years.
Wow, that's actually not not where I thought you were going. I mean, oh yeah, we do have years and years, and we're gonna get it all done.
Unless you're gonna die. But
No, well, I hope not. But I was saying like, I thought you were gonna take that a different way and say like, I don't have the time, because I don't like saying I don't have the time, because I could make the time, but I'm just doing other things. So it's like, it's kind of a priority war with myself.
I
But
know, but we'll get there.
we will get there. Yeah, we're not gonna stop talking anytime soon. We're gonna keep having these chats at the bare minimum, and it's going great. We put a lot of work in so far, and we're happy with it. But just know that if you like the content, we're always moving forward. And we got more on the horizon. We got a lot of ideas. We just got to execute on them.
Sure,
So.
as ever forward.
Ever Forward. Yeah, I'm wearing the OG Ever Forward shirt because I got this shirt out because I didn't have any more shirts in my dresser. And I took these ones out, and I really want some nice Fueled by Progress clothing. But again, that hasn't happened yet either.
In
The
due
nice
time.
quality, in due time. I like that. Okay, so in the meantime, you can purchase merchandise for AM and the PM, amandthepmpodcast.com/shop. You can ask us anything, links in the descriptions. Leave a comment. Let us know what you like. Ask questions. Do all that sort of stuff. That's it. We appreciate it. As always, guys, thank you so much. This has been another episode of AM and the PM with Amanda and Mark. We thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you in the next one.